Find out which states saw 30% unemployment benefits go out to scammers. 30%. 3 out of 10 people. Wrong person. How states could be stuck with the bill for unemployment funds during the last 14 months. It's like you're that one person you trust to do something and then they don't do it. Federal government. And the great news of one state issuing refunds for unemployment interest. So let's get into this. Some of the comments here that you guys made, it was funny. Yesterday's bill about the bill is passed, the government's not going to shut down. I know a lot of you were disappointed. You're like, shut it down. So funny. You guys are fun. But first, a recent report from the Arizona Department of Economic Security found that the great state of Arizona, upward of 30% of unemployment benefits were sent out to scammers. And you thought only California had EDD problems. You thought California was the only one? No, it's all over the country. It's just California they did it with flair. They got rappers rapping about it, busted. People bragging about it, busted. Buying all kinds of rings and cars and everything else and got busted. The Arizona state government paid out $5.8 billion in unemployment money that was tough, which is enough money to, it's a good start, right? Financially, you could use that money. 5.8 billion, right? Maybe you buy a rocket and catch up with Bezos and Branson. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's enough money to run the entire state of Arizona budget for 6 months. So literally 6 months of a whole state they were able to run away with. The Department of Economic Security Director Michael Weishart explained, quote, "At every turn, when we added a prevention measure, we were contemplating what it might mean to eligible individuals and what we needed to do to access to benefits so that they didn't keep people from getting it because it was so hard to get." He continued, quote, "I feel horrible that the taxpayers, for myself as well as other taxpayers and himself as a taxpayer, that this happened. But it tells you I would be way more angry at me if it was into 2021 and it was extended beyond the first 2 or 3 months where it was truly chaos," end quote. Yep, chaos. 30-year-old systems that didn't work and money you needed and couldn't got to your money before you did. As many of you in the comments haven't gotten any money, believe it or not, that are still trying to get through this mess. Hopefully, the Grand Canyon state can recoup some of the stolen unemployment benefits, as struggling Arizonians should be the ones receiving this disaster relief funds, not scammers. That money should go back to the state. Meanwhile, states across America are currently facing tough choices in repaying loans to the government unemployment assistance, right? The benefits that they got, the unemployment benefits. Yep, usually you have like this incredible credit card that you can use for the federal government to get whatever money you need. You're like, yeah, just give me the money, because the Fed prints it, government disperses it, and then you got it. Well, to avoid hiking taxes on employers and employees, some states have opted to use billions of federal dollars they received in 2 congressional disaster relief stimulus packages to replenish their unemployment trust funds. So in those states, most likely, you won't see a stimulus check or benefits, but you won't see higher taxes on your unemployment, which they'll get from the employer and the employee, and that'll come out. So might as well just take care of it, right? Emily Maher, senior policy specialist at the National Convention of State Legislators, stated, quote, "Without that federal relief to replenish the trust funds, states would have to rely on businesses to backfill those funds," end quote. I.e., yeah, they'd all be screwed, pretty much. Some states, such as Virginia and Ohio, have already, that's technical, that's scientific language right there, have economic language, have already established similar programs to pay for states' unemployment benefits, but it varies across America. Every state is different. We live in America, the United States of America. So we have a bunch of states all coming together. Then we have the feds, which is like, they think totally different than states do. Is your state using these disaster relief funds to pay the past unemployment benefits? Do you know? Do you care? I don't know. We care because, we do a lot of unemployment here. So Let me know in the comments below if you have an idea. Maybe you can do a quick Google. You know, you have more power than President Reagan did with Google and with this little remote control to the world. Literally more control than President Reagan did or Carter. Finally, the great state of Pennsylvania is issuing refunds for unemployment interest overcharges following a decade of overcharging unemployment claimants on their benefits, which sucks, right? In July, Labor and Industry Secretary Jennifer Berrier said to the department that had made overcharged, this is terrible for them, right? 250,000 people between 2006 and 2016. Many of those people are like, what? Was I overcharged? Really? Labor and Industry spokesperson Penny Ikes explains, quote, as September 24th, the Treasury Department, which issued payments, had mailed 22,259 refunds totaling $1.4 million, which a lot of people got it and went, huh? What? She also said, quote, the remaining 140,000 people who still have overpaid that outstanding will not receive refunds. So they will have an interest rate reduced by the balance they owe is correct. So they'll kind of balance the books there so you don't have to. This is great news though for my viewers in Pennsylvania that could see checks coming their way, and hopefully the state won't overcharge unemployment claimants again following this slap on the hand. So yeah, they had to point it out, and then, you know, before they would pay out, you know what I mean? Like, we're busted. Well, we'll pay now. If you still haven't applied for those unemployment assistance, make sure you do it. Get a head start on the weekend. If this is your first time, welcome. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, 26, 27 weeks that you have, if you haven't filed any unemployment in most states, you get the state benefit at the bottom. You're not going to get the federal boost going forward. If you're going backwards, though, the window hasn't closed yet. You can go get some of your back unemployment benefits if you missed out on work and you've just been using your savings, credit cards, uncle, cousin, grandmother, mom, whatever you did. Make sure you get that money back. Maybe you pay them back or pay off your credit cards. Upload your employment history, your ID. Just be as general as possible. Genuine. It's like they're not trying to trick you. Just be honest and truthful. Answer those questions they provide. You can get a backdated check for those weeks that you missed or months that you missed, which could be thousands of dollars that you have paid into, so you might as well get it. So, and also the boost that's there. Now, for those people that are 1099, independent contractors, freelance, and just those rebels, the ones that didn't pay into the system, the PUA is currently closed, and I'm hopeful that they'll open it. They talked about opening it, said they would. Please just tell me the truth.
And please don't get upset when I say this, but I got into the entertainment business for traditional talent.